Well, it's Saturday morning and MCW Wrestling's on the air, but tonight in Nashville, Tennessee,
I want to know who Bert Prentice has signed against me tonight in Nashville.
I don't know who it is, but tonight in Nashville, Tennessee, you know, we've got Flash Flanagan and we've got Wolfie D, and we got I don't know who you're wrestling tonight, but it's some Bert Prentice surprise or whatever, but we're going to have a new champion tonight. We're going to have new tag team champions tonight. We've got I don't know who it is. We've got a Mega Rumble tonight in Nashville, Tennessee, the Tojo Yamamoto. Ow!
Let me tell you, Bert Prentice, whoever you get, I'm going to beat.
How you doing, everybody? Well, April 4th is finally here. It's time for the first annual Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Card tonight at the Nashville Fairgrounds Sports Arena. It's going to be packed, ladies and gentlemen. Come on out, share the evening with all the great wrestling fans that love Tojo Yamamoto for over 25 years. Tonight, we honor a legend right here in Nashville at the Nashville Fairgrounds Sports Arena. I'm tickled to death that 20 representatives from the mayor's office and the Tennessee State Fairgrounds are going to be here. Jennifer Hill, Alice Jackson, all my friends are going to be here paying honor to Tojo Yamamoto. Ladies and gentlemen, this is probably the biggest card I've ever promoted, and I'm really having a good time right now at this stage of Music City Wrestling. Number one is because Debbie Combs is running around all nuts wondering who she's going to wrestle, and Stephen Dunn and Reno Riggins are pulling their hair out because they don't know who they're going to wrestle. Debbie, I'm not going to tell you who you're going to wrestle till you see this woman walk down the aisle toward the ring at you. That is going to be intense, and I can't wait till tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Debbie, remember I gave you a clue. It's somebody very, very close to Style and Shane Eden. Ladies and gentlemen, also in the four-way dance, Stephen Dunn, Reno Riggins, the Tennessee Volunteers will be one of the teams. Now, Stephen Dunn, I'm going to give you a little clue. I do know who the three teams are, but I'm not giving you time to prepare. I will tell you this. All three teams will come out of the opposite dressing room you do. That gives you a little hint. The three teams, not only do they not like you, they're not even anywhere dressing around you. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight there's 10, count them, 10 big matches. Starts at 8 o'clock right here at the Nashville Fairgrounds Sports Arena. Later on in the show, ladies and gentlemen, you really want to stay tuned today because the Colorado Kid takes on the Assassin in a match where Shane Eden ends up getting involved, and that's why we're having the match tonight, the Assassin against Style and Shane Eden. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be incredible. Tonight, we crown new tag team champions. Tonight, we crown a new North American heavyweight champion when 20 men, 20 wrestlers, well, 19 wrestlers and Paul Adams. Paul Adams, don't even know I'm throwing him in there. 19 wrestlers and Paul Adams go in that ring in the Mega Rumble at the big main event tonight, and we'll have a North American heavyweight champion when it's all over. A wrestler will enter the ring in 1 minute intervals. If you're a casual wrestling fan, tonight's the night you want to come to the Nashville Fairgrounds Arena. Something for everybody. 10 big matches. The Mega Rumble Royal for the main event. We're going to have a new North American heavyweight champion. And yes, all the speculation is out there. King Mabel is in the 20-man Mega Royal. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We got a hot show for you. We're going to kick it off right now with Chris Michaels against Brickhouse Brown. We'll see you tonight. Don't miss tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a way to open the show. Debbie Combs, Debbie Combs slapping a wrestler. Well, she won't be slapping nobody tonight when she sees who walks down that aisle and rips her apart. Brickhouse Brown throwing Chris Michaels across the ring there. Brickhouse Brown down hard to the mat. Michaels off again and a reverse. Hip toss there. Oh, and a nice arm drag by Chris Michaels, one of the premier performers here in MCW Wrestling.
I don't know what your problem is, Bert Prentice, this week on MCW. You are out here again playing mind games with people. You seem to like that as of late. Now, who's this Debbie Combs you're talking about? All I see at ringside is Princess Dee.
No, that's Debbie. Debbie Combs. Debbie. Debbie Combs there. She walks over there in a skirt way two sizes too small for her and trying to throw them big old hips in them. And that peroxide blonde hair. There she's choking Chris Michaels, just like she tried to do me. I hope she liked her paycheck this week. It wasn't very big, if you know what I mean. Debbie Combs there at ringside. Now she's picking him up by the... You know, if she wants to go out there and she wants to get involved in matches like this, wait till she sees what she's going to be involved in tonight at the Nashville Sports Arena. Brickhouse Brown down hard to the floor on Chris Michaels.
Well, whether or not you've got somebody big and powerful coming tonight, right there, Princess Dee is beating up on a man, supposedly one of the top stars here in MCW. So unless you've got a man coming tonight, I'm quite certain that Princess Dee is going to be able to take care of business, and she'll be here later on just to tell you about it.
I don't condone men fighting women. No, it's no man coming, but might as well be, because this lady's tough as any man I've ever met, and I tell you what, she's very angry at what Debbie Combs has been doing to Style and Shane Eden the past 12 weeks here on MCW Wrestling. You know, you keep forgetting, I'm telling you the biggest clue of all, it's someone very close to Shane Eden. And I tell you what, when this lady walks down that ring and she comes in and Debbie Combs is waiting in that other corner, I'm telling you, for $1 million, I wouldn't be Debbie Combs tonight in Nashville, Tennessee.
Well, I don't know about any of that, but everybody that's involved tonight at this big one, the Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Card, is going to be here within the hour, including myself, Bert Prentice. Aside from being out here with you commentating, I'm going to be here to express my thoughts on all the big action that's going on tonight, just like the action that's going on in the ring right now.
Well, you express all your thoughts. That'll take 15 seconds. We have a 1-hour program.
Well, if you ever really spoke your mind, you'd be speechless, Bert Prentice. The closest you ever came to a brainstorm was a light drizzle. Face it.
Brickhouse Brown now knocks Chris Michaels down to the mat. MCW Wrestling, hot, live, and otherwise, right here on your favorite TV channel, going out nationwide over 180 channels every week. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight is the night we will be honoring Tojo Yamamoto during the intermission tonight, and we can't wait. There's going to be a lot of dignitaries there tonight. People from the Mayor Phil Bredesen's office is going to be, and folks from the Tennessee State Fairgrounds, and I understand that 15 people from TNN is going to be there, and I tell you, we are so excited.
15 people from TNN's going to be there. What do they do? The only thing that is on TV, even in Nashville, Bert Prentice, is bass fishing and NASCAR racing, neither one of which is very interesting to me.
Speaking of racing fans, there is racing going on tonight at the Nashville Fairgrounds. So you know, over in the raceway part, that it gets congested over there. Enter the parking lot right up front by the sports arena. We have our own lot up there. You can park right away and walk. It's not 50 feet to the front door. Don't get caught down there off of Nolensville Road. Come in off the Wedgwood Drive exit, and I guarantee you can pull right into the fairgrounds with no problem. There'll be no congestion if you enter up the Wedgwood way into the fairgrounds, because we want you in the building on time. We start promptly at 8 o'clock. We got 10 big matches tonight. Of course, the camera crews are going to be there, and just a lot of famous people. Bill Behrens, Senior Vice President of Music City Wrestling, is going to be there, and of course, Michael St. John and a host of others tonight for the Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Card. Hey, Chris Michaels got the 1, 2, 3. Did you see it?
Well, this guy right there, I think he had a handful of trunks, and that's what Brickhouse is trying to tell Gene Johnson right there. Now Princess Dee's over there trying to explain it as well.
You know, Todd Newton from E! Entertainment Television will be there tonight, too. We got a lot of famous people come tonight. Brickhouse Brown is very unhappy that Chris Michaels surprised him. I don't think he had a handful of trunks. Oh, there's Debbie Combs there now, distracting the ref. And there's Brickhouse Brown, something in his hand, knocks Chris Michaels senseless, drives him to the mat. Oh, yeah, Debbie Combs, hey. Distract that referee. She won't be distracting anybody tonight.
Well, if Chris Michaels wants to accept a tainted victory like that with a handful of trunks, Brickhouse Brown showing him where it's at right now. Going to give him a pile driver right there and teach him to play fair from now on.
You know what this is about? Is Brickhouse Brown is about the sorest loser in the world. Oh, there's Debbie Combs. Look at this. Oh, just slapped him and slaps him again. Slaps him again. Oh, I could just love to choke that woman. I tell you what, tonight, Debbie Combs, we got someone coming to finish you off tonight. She won't be doing that tonight. Well, she's putting lipstick on him.
Well, whatever. Chris Michaels could use a new look just like you could too. Brickhouse is letting him know where it's at right there, and I'd be anxious to talk to Brickhouse a little bit later on in this hour as well.
Unbelievable. Why would they want to do that to that young kid? We'll see you tonight, fans.
Chris Michaels, before I get to you, I want to say a little thing about the Tojo Yamamoto Memorial being held in Nashville tonight. You know what ticks me off about that is most of the guys wrestling on the card didn't even know Tojo. But I knew him, and not only did I know him, but I beat him. Not just one time, but every single time we stepped in the ring, I beat the man. So Chris Michael, getting back to you. Because you hold a few victories over me now, Bert Prentice done gassed you up and getting you to come down to Nashville tonight where you think you're going to do it again. You want to beat me again, huh? Well, people in hell want ice water, and they ain't going to get it, and you ain't going to get another victory over me. So I'm going to punk you out in Nashville tonight because really I don't care about no Tojo Yamamoto Memorial. The only thing that bothers me about it is, and it ain't no problem to me any longer, the man dead, so I beat him when he was alive. That's all that matters to me. So Chris Michaels, show your face in the place. Bring your tail as well, because you mine all night long, sucker.
You know Music City Wrestling? You've got Princess Dee majorly upset. You've got Brickhouse Brown majorly upset. Not only do we have a screwball for a referee that counts 1, 2, 3 real fast on Brickhouse Brown when his shoulders are to the mat, but Chris Michaels, you're nothing but a cheater. You're nothing but a cheater. We took care of business after we got the fast count in Nashville. And then we go up to Lebanon, and what happens? What happens? The same thing. That referee needs to be replaced. But I guarantee you tonight in Nashville, Brickhouse has you again, Chris Michaels, and all you low-life fans out there. But you know what? I'm going to be paying special attention. And I guarantee you, Chris Michaels, if I have to get in that ring after I take care of my match of Bert's surprise, which is going to be his surprise because I'm going to take her out 1, 2, 3. If I have to get in that ring with you, Chris Michaels, and literally take you out, I will. Or you, the referee. So come Nashville tonight, you're going down, Chris Michaels. And you're going down 1, 2, 3. I don't care if it takes the referee 5 hours to count 1, 2, 3. You're going down one way or the other after I take care of my surprise. And that's a promise.
In the ring, ladies and gentlemen, Hollywood Jason Lee introducing Style and Shane's head into the turnbuckle. This match is going to be a great one. Both men last year were in competition for Rookie of the Year. Style and Shane, along with Nick Dinsmore, won those honors, and they will both be in Dixon, Tennessee, this Friday night, Friday, April 10th in Dixon at the Convention Center there in Freeport, USA over in Dixon. The lady wrestlers will be in Dixon this Friday night. Also a big dog collar match with Flash Brannigan and Wolfie D. A lot of action coming to Dixon. Also all our great friends up in Elizabethtown, Illinois will be up there Friday, April 17th at the high school gym. They've already sold over 300 tickets for that big show in Elizabethtown, Illinois. Also, our friends up in Lafayette, Tennessee with the Lafayette Lions Club will be at the Lafayette Middle School gym on Friday, May 1st with a big card in Lafayette at the Middle School gym in Lafayette as a fundraiser for the Lions Club. And let me tell you something, folks, if you want to get in on this fundraiser, now's the time because we're booking solid for the summer, and we'd love to come raise some money for your local nonprofit groups. Call me today, 615-365-4108, and we'd love to give you information, or just send us a fax, 615-365-0662, and we'll get back to you with information. A lot of fundraisers coming up, and we're happy to do them. No matter where they are in the 5-state area. We had a big one last Tuesday night, one of the biggest crowds ever in Florence, Alabama at the Florence Coliseum, and look to be returning there real soon. Also, all our friends over in Camden, Tennessee. A week from tonight, MCW, along with the NWA, is hosting a card in Camden. We will be at the Nashville Fairgrounds Arena next Saturday night. Also, we're doing what we call the famous double shot. But Big Sid Vicious will be in Camden a week from tonight, taking on Terry Golden. King Mabel takes on Dangerous Doug Gilbert. That's at the Camden Central High School gym. So all you fans over there in Camden, get out there, support the Camden quarterback club there at the Camden High School gym and raise some money for them and see Big Sid Vicious take on Terry Golden there in Camden a week from tonight over at Camden Central High School gym. Tickets available at the principal's office. You might want to get them early this week. and go over and see all the great folks there in Camden a week from tonight. A big Sid Vicious, Mabel, Dangerous Doug, and all the great folks. Doug Gilbert will also be in Dixon on the Friday night card next Friday. Come on over to Dixon, and I tell you, every Tuesday night, the world-famous Louisville Gardens, MCW Wrestling, is up and running every Tuesday night at the Louisville Gardens. In the ring, as I said earlier, Style and Shane Eden against Hollywood Jason Lee. Jason Lee has been scoring some upset victories lately and doing very, very well. Now the big leg drop on the 1997 Rookie of the Year. You see Paul Adams there at ringside. Paul Adams came out with Jason Lee this night. Paul Adams for a long time has not liked Style and Shane Eden. There he introduces Shane Eden's head into the turnbuckle once again. Referee Gene Johnson staying on top of the action. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it won't be long now. The box office opens at 6 o'clock tonight. If you want ringside seats, you better get there early tonight for the Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Card. I know Cora Combs will be there. Christine Jarrett, of course, will be on hand for the big Tojo Memorial Card tonight in Nashville. I've said before, if you're a casual wrestling fan, this is a card you want to come see because there's something for everybody. Debbie Combs will be taking on My Surprise, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be worth the $8, I promise. You'll also see the four-way dance, 4 major tag teams. Someone will be named the Southern Tag Team Champions. There's going to be the big Southern Street Fight match. Shane Eden there going for a roll-up, gets a count of 1. Wolfie D and Flash Brannigan. Then 20 of our top stars will go into that Mega Rumble Royal right there at the end. A wrestler coming in 1-minute intervals, and the winner will be the North American Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's also, there's going to have races out at the racetrack. So believe me, ladies and gentlemen, there's plenty of parking over on our end, but try to enter on Wedgwood. Style and Shane surprise Jason Lee there and gets the 1, 2, 3. Plenty of free parking tonight at the fairgrounds, folks. Enter on the Wedgwood side, and you'll get in real easy. Shane Eden, the winner here. Let's take a break.
Saturday, April 4th at the Nashville Fairgrounds Sports Arena, MCW presents the Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Card, a tribute to one of the greatest pioneers in professional wrestling. Help us celebrate the life of Tojo Yamamoto with Nashville's hottest wrestling lineup ever. The Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Card, Saturday, April 4th at the Nashville Fairgrounds Sports Arena.
Well, wrestling fans, you're probably wondering why Reno Riggins is standing out here in his $2,500 Armani suit. And it's to pay tribute to a legend in this sport, Tojo Yamamoto. And the other reason is I've got the bucks to get it, baby. Now tonight, the Nashville Sports Arena, you're going to see the Tennessee Volz, Mr. Dunn and Mr. Riggins, walk through 3 other teams in a 4-way dance. Now, Mr. Bert Prentice has no guts whatsoever to tell us who those teams are, but the rumor is Mr. Prentice can't find 3 other teams to face the Tennessee Volunteers. Word has it he's called all around the country looking for someone to face us, and he can't find anybody with any guts. Now, getting back to tonight's memorial, a lot of people really don't know this, but I'm going to put it out for public record. I am the greatest student ever taught by the legendary Tojo Yamamoto. Not only was Tojo my trainer, my teacher, my sensei, but he was my friend. And when Tojo was good, he was great. And when he was bad, he was the baddest man on the planet. So if you're wondering why my success level has just reached another pinnacle, it's because I was taught by the great Tojo Yamamoto. And if everyone's wondering about my attitude, the reason changed for it. Because one day he says, Reno, at one point in your career, you're going to come at a fork in the road. And when you get there, I want you to take it. Well, being a young kid at 19 years old, I had no idea what he meant. But back in January, when Mr. Dunn and myself formed the Tennessee Volz, I knew exactly what he was talking about. I came to that fork in the road, and I took it. I got right. I got right for me and Mr. Dunn. Because if I didn't get right for me, then I was going to get left, like I had before in the past with the WWF or with WCW or with the USWA. But in Music City Wrestling, I finally got right. And tonight at the Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Card, if Mr. Prentice can find anyone with the guts to step in the ring with myself and Mr. Dunn, then God bless him. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, and without any further ado, I'm going to give you the chairman of the board of the Tennessee Volunteers, Stephen Dunn.
Well, you know, ever since we formed Reno, a lot of people have been talking about the change in Stephen Dunn. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know a whole lot about forks, except when I see one, I pick it up and I stick it in somebody. And tonight in Nashville, Bert Prentice, I heard you wore out that fat little finger of yours dialing the phone trying to get hold of Rock and Roll or the Moondogs or whoever you're going to try to find to face the Volunteers, and nobody's returning your phone calls. Well, they're not as dumb as I thought they were. But it doesn't make any difference, because no matter who's there tonight, whether you have 3 teams, 5 teams, 10 teams, the outcome's going to be the same. At the Tojo Yamamoto tonight in Nashville, we're walking out with the gold. We're taking what's rightfully ours. And like I told you before, so help me God, Bert Prentice, if you stick your nose or you get one of your officials in our way tonight, we'll take them out. Once we step in that squared circle, it's war. And tonight, Saturday night, April 4th, Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Card, war has been declared, and we're walking out with a belt. And you know why? Because we're the baddest tag team in professional wrestling today. They don't just call you a bad tag team, they call you a great tag team. What do they call you, Reno?
The Tennessee Volz, baby.
The MCW champions. We'll see you tonight, you bunch of rednecks.
Music City Wrestling. You have insulted my intelligence. I've got Shane Eaton after me. Now I've got Bert Prentice after me. Bert Prentice, don't ever climb in the ring unless you want to get attacked. Just because I choked you, now you're trying to choke Princess Dee. Well, Bert Prentice, it's not going to happen in Nashville tonight. You're saying some kind of big Bert surprise. Well, you know what, Bert Prentice, Music City Wrestling? I don't really care about your big surprise. I'm majorly upset now, not only with Shane Eaton, but I'm upset with you, Bert Prentice. Because you're not man enough to tell me who you're going to put in the square circle against Princess Dee tonight. Well, Bert Prentice, you must not know my reputation. Because I've been known to clean house with a very, very lot of professional women wrestlers. So whoever you get out of your closet, you better make sure that they know exactly what they're doing when they climb in the ring with this one. Because when I get in that ring, Bert Prentice, Music City Wrestling, and all them scumbags out there at the fairgrounds, I guarantee you, Bert Prentice, I'm going to take whoever it is. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Malia Hosaka. I don't care if it's Medusa. I don't care if it's Sherry Martel. I don't even care if it's you, Bert Prentice. Because I'm going to do some business, and I'm going to do it bad. Because I'm going to take somebody out tonight. Because nobody double-crosses me. And that's a promise from Princess Dee to you, Bert Prentice, and that's a solemn vow. So tonight in Nashville, Tennessee, whoever you have, you can kiss them goodbye before they make it to the ring, because you're not going to see them afterwards, because I'm giving my promise that it's going to be over tonight, and then I'm going to demand your respect and everybody else's respect in Music City Wrestling, and that's a solemn oath, and take it to the bank, Bert Prentice.
Saturday, April 4th at the Nashville Fairgrounds Sports Arena, MCW presents the Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Card, a tribute to one of the greatest pioneers in professional wrestling. Help us celebrate the life of Tojo Yamamoto with Nashville's hottest wrestling lineup ever. The Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Card, Saturday, April 4th at the Nashville Fairgrounds Sports Arena.
Well, tonight in Nashville, Tennessee, MCW Wrestling's having one of their biggest nights. It's the Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Show. And MCW, you know, in the first place, it stands for Music City Wrestling. And everyone around here seems to be really proud of the great tradition of MCW and the Nashville Fairgrounds where we're having that event tonight. And you know, I'll be honest, when I used to sit up in New York and hear about all these legendary matches in the Nashville Fairgrounds, I kind of looked forward several months ago coming down here to be a part of this. But you know, then I get here and I see all the big heroes that are running around. And I see the typical fan that comes to the fairgrounds every Saturday night. And I realize that, you know, the typical 12-pack guzzling redneck that sits in the front row, who's got to drink all that liquid courage before he'd even think about saying even the slightest thing to Flash Flanagan for fear that he'd come out and knock his gums right down his throat, sits there and because they don't have the guts to do it themselves, has to live vicariously through little old school heroes like Wolfie D. Well, tonight in Nashville, Tennessee at the fairgrounds, Flash Flanagan and Wolfie D are going at it one more time. You know, Nashville, Tennessee, that's almost a new tradition around here, is for Flash Flanagan and Wolfie D to go at it. Month after month after month they've done it. They've hung each other off the rafters at the fairgrounds. They've had ladder matches. They've nearly killed each other. And it's been nonstop for months, right up until this past week in Lebanon, Tennessee, this past Sunday, this past Tuesday in Louisville. We did it one more time, and they brawled all over the building. That's what they're going to do tonight. Now, Wolfie D, I know you're coming there, and you're not 100%. You got a bad wheel because we took out one of your legs. Your head's all messed up because we took a chair to your head and we proved that steel and flesh don't mix. So tonight, you want to come down and try it one more time and get in our way one more time and get in Flash's way one more time. You're going down for the last time because tonight, what's going to happen is Flash Flanagan, who's been the brightest shining star around here for months on end, beating you left and right night after night, is going to get that belt tonight in that Manga Rumble. If we have to go through you, we don't care. We've done it a million times before, and now I'm here to see that it happens once more. And then once that's all done, you want to throw 19 other people, it doesn't matter because people sit there and they talk about Flash and they say he's not right in the head. Well, I heard a saying a long time ago. And you know, it talks about how you don't try to attack a goat from the front, a mule from behind, or a madman from any side. Well, Flash Flanagan, after months and months of dealing with Wolfie D and his little cult of fans, is a damn madman. And he's coming tonight to Nashville to take out Wolfie D once and for all and get that belt.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this match would be a main event anywhere in the country. The Colorado Kid, former Unified World Champion, the man who defeated Jerry the King Lawler just a year ago, now in the ring against the world-famous and absolute most dangerous man in wrestling, the Assassin.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bert Prentice, you know, all these people that want to have their conjecture and their gossip around here, it's like listening to a bunch of coffee talk when they all get together and gossip about the boot of the Assassin. Now, the referee, Gene Johnson, just checked out the boot. Everything's legal. Everything's on the up and up, just like we do things in New York, so I don't want to hear any complaining about an unfair advantage in this one.
Colorado Kid already going for the claw on the Assassin. Now he's going for the mask. I know the people at ringside would love to know who the Assassin really is. The Colorado Kid, one of the perennial favorites here in MCW wrestling. They love him when we come to Louisville every Tuesday night and the Nashville Fairgrounds every Saturday night.
Well, and you're talking about the Assassin there, and people want to see who he is. Let me just tell you something, Bert Prentice. He wears that mask for a reason. He don't want you to know, and he don't want these fans to know who he is. Let's go back a couple of months here. He's a hired hand, basically. Somebody has hired him to come here to MCW and take care of the Colorado Kid. Any advantage he can get in that situation, he is going to use it. That's why he wears that mask, and I would like to comment that, Bert, that may be the look that you could use. Right there, a mask.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's all going to happen tonight at the Nashville Fairgrounds Arena, the Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Card, just a few short hours away. In the main event, 20 men will enter the ring in a Rumble Royal style in 1 minute intervals. And I tell you, we have some of the biggest names in professional wrestling in that, Paul. And when it's all over, the last man standing will be the North American Heavyweight Champion. And Paul, I don't know if you even knew this. I announced it earlier in the program, but I threw your name in the hat. You get to draw a number tonight also.
Well, while you're sitting here and these people there are going along with the Colorado Kid, he's getting these people all riled up. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me out here all riled up. What you don't know, Bert Prentice, is I've had a bad back all week. My right knee's hurting in the middle of the week. My left one started. started bothering me. I got a split cuticle on my left hand on the index finger. I got all kinds of problems. I really, to be quite honest, don't think I'm going to be able to handle being in that match tonight, so forget about it.
There he goes. He's loaded that boot. You've seen it, ladies and gentlemen. He's loaded that boot, stamped it on the mat, and the fans know it.
I'll tell you what, I think he got his boot from one of these Tennessee women down here, one of these people that makes boots for Tennessee wrestlers, because one boot, from what the assassin has told me, is a little bit larger than the other, just like the rest of these freaks down here, these mutants that have one leg shorter than the other, 2 arms, 3 eyes, one in the back of their head. The assassin's boot, one's a little bit too long. Sometimes he's got to adjust it there so it fits right, and the Colorado Kid and the rest of these punks around here that like to take advantage of stuff like that don't get an unfair advantage. That's what's going on.
There he is. Gene Johnson checked him out, and see, the assassin has loaded that other boot. Well, the assassin just showed him the same foot. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight also on that big card, Debbie Combs, or better known as Princess Dee from Brentwood, Tennessee, is in a match, probably the biggest match of her life, and I'm not telling her who it is because it's against Bert Surprise. She seems a little shook up over that one, Paul Adams. There he goes and loads that boot again. Oh, my gosh, just kicked the shoulder of the Colorado Kid.
A Greco-Roman stomp to the shoulder right there, Bert Prentice. I don't know what you're talking about, loading up a boot. Maybe his foot was a little sore. They're just trying to adjust things and make sure somebody like the Colorado Kid doesn't take advantage. Now, what you see there, I was talking earlier on about he's a professional. Unlike you, who won't tell people who they have to wrestle in Nashville tonight, the assassin's a professional. He's going to work on that shoulder right there, and he's employing a strategy that somebody like the assassin only knows.
No, let's tell the truth. The rumors out all over that Stephen Dunn runs things and Debbie Combs runs things and I'm intimidated by them. And, well, no, they don't, and I'm proving it tonight. I don't have to tell them who they're wrestling. And let me tell you, they're going to be surprised looks on some faces there, not only the wrestlers but the fans, on who's going to be not only Debbie Combs' opponent, but the 3 tag teams I'm bringing in to take on the Volunteers in that 4-way dance.
Well, not that I want to distract from this match right here as the Colorado Kid reverses a whip into the corner and gives a big power slam down on the assassin. Now look at him, he's choking him there trying to get that mask off, Bert Prentice. There's no need for any of that.
He's not choking him, he's trying to get the mask off.
Well, I think he slipped a choke in there too as well. But let me just ask you something, Debbie, while the assassin gets out there and tries to readjust things on the mask now the guy's got his boot all messed up, now the mask is all messed up, he's got all kinds of problems. While he's taking a break, let me just ask you something. Debbie Combs has been out here through the entire show asking me who she's going to wrestle. Why don't you just tip me off here, let me know who it's going to be, and I won't tell her, I promise. Absolutely, I will not say nothing to Debbie. Who's it going to be?
I'm not telling you. It's Bert Surprise, and that's what it's going to be. And when this lady walks down the aisle, and it's a lady who's going to be there to wrestle Debbie Combs, there's been a lot of rumors about this, but it's going to be a lady who walks down the aisle. Debbie Combs will know she's in for a butt whipping of her life.
Well, maybe Debbie ought to go down to the bus terminal then, because if it's going to be a lady, as you like to call her, it's got to be somebody from out of town that you're bringing in, because there's no ladies around this part of the country. I'm going to send her down to the bus terminal, and she'll know before the matches tonight who she's going to be wrestling.
Yeah, I hear they know you down at the bus depot on a first-name basis.
No!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, earlier on the outside... Oh, what a drop kick by the Colorado Kid after he had a cup of ice thrown in his face earlier. Down to the mat goes the world-famous dreaded assassin. Now a clothesline sends the assassin back into the corner. Colorado Kid up on the second rope now. Going for that mask on the second rope. The assassin pulls him back down to the mat. Colorado hit the back of his head real hard on the canvas. Colorado Kid tonight going for that North American title. Of course, King Mabel will be in there going for that North American title belt. Moondog Rex, as will 17 other wrestlers, including you, Paul Adams.
Well, there's going to be 17 other wrestlers with big, mad problems, because Flash Flanagan's going to be in there once he takes care of Wolfie D. And, like I said before, I'm not going to be in there. I got nothing to worry about with any of that. But the assassin, as you see right here, as I've been talking about the entire match, not only is he trying to make sure that everything's fair game in there, adjusting his own equipment, he tried to cool the Colorado Kid off there on the outside with a nice glass of water.
The only way he got him to the mat there was by pulling his hair. And I was reading Pro Wrestling Illustrated Weekly this week, and Bill Apter has picked Flash Flanagan to win the North American title tonight. I was very surprised by that. Of course, you have 3 former North American champions in the ring: King Mabel, in the Battle Royal, Wolfie D and the Colorado Kid. There's 3 former champions who on any given night could win this. But I tell you, there's some sleepers in there, and I think a lot of people will be surprised on this Battle Royal how intense it's going to be.
Well, absolutely it's going to be intense, but let me tell you about this Colorado Kid right here, that you're hyping him up a bunch. You know, you've got these other people like Flash, and I'll give Wolfie his due. He's taken on Flash tonight, and he's still entered in that Mega Rumble. King Mabel as well. Why is it everybody else has to wrestle 2 and 3 times a night and then go into the Mega Rumble, and this Colorado Kid doesn't have the guts to take a one-on-one competition tonight before getting in that Rumble? That's an unfair advantage is what that is right there.
Well, do you know for a fact the Colorado Kid does not have a match before the Royal Rumble?
Well, then who's he wrestling?
Well, that's none of your business. I'm not telling you guys nothing anymore. Every time I let stuff go out in advance, then you all set me up and Shanghai us, and it's like you're always hiding in the bushes or coming down the aisle, and I'm tired of it. And if you guys don't know how to be prepared, I'm going to take you off your game plan, and you're just as devious as the rest of them.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. You want to talk about devious? The Colorado Kid there a minute ago was choking Gene Johnson against the ropes. And if you hadn't gone again and tried to get the advantage of Gene Johnson and beat him up, that big suplex right there wouldn't be happening to him. That allowed the assassin to take advantage once again.
Do you plan on being out there in Flash's corner during Wolfie D's street fight match?
Absolutely, and I got nothing to worry about. Wolfie D wants to threaten me last week out here, say he's going to knock my lights out. I got nothing to worry about because I got Flash Flanagan, the star of MCW, in my corner, and I got nothing to worry about from these fans either because any of them get on my case, I'm just going to tell them to shut up and leave me alone.
Well, Paul, you will be at ringside tonight, but I have a surprise for you during that match too, and I'm not going to tell you.
What is that?
Oh, nothing.
What are you talking about?
Oh, just please show up, because I have a surprise for you at ringside during that match. You're not going to interfere there. I tell you what, tonight is the night of the MCW fan. They're going to get what they pay for tonight, and you guys are not going to run roughshod over me, the fans, or anyone else tonight. It's the fans' dream matches tonight.
Well, you want to talk about getting what they're paying for. I'm telling you what, this Assassin's had this Colorado Kid going for most of the match, and whoever's paying him to come after Colorado may very well get their money's worth out of this one. You see him take over there. And this Colorado Kid's coming back. Now, that's a closed fist right there. And what is that to the top? That's a loaded
I suppose
elbow.
you could, yeah, close the elbow. Sure, Paul.
No, I said a loaded elbow to the top of the head right there.
The only person loaded on this show is you, and that's with too much coffee. Colorado Kid now on the top rope. Oh, and he misses with that elbow, just barely gets him. Looks to me like he barely glanced him. I think the assassin is still stunned from the last maneuver by the Colorado Kid. There, he's calling for that claw, and there it is, the claw on the assassin.
And he's got his thumb in one eye hold of that mask and his pinky in the other. He's stabbing the guy right in the eyes. There's no wonder the assassin's going out.
Whoa, and takes a shortcut on the Colorado Kid. It's one way to get out of the claw.
Yeah, a low blow on the Colorado Kid, I guess that would be a shortcut.
Colorado Kid there laying on the floor, the assassin taunting him. There he is, loading that boot. Now you see it right there. He loaded the boot right there.
I'm sorry, I was getting a sip of coffee. What?
Yeah.
And there's Shane Eden down there.
Yeah, that is Shane Eden right there. Well, he sees the assassin loaded the boot. Shane Eden has grabbed that foot. Colorado pulls him over. 1, 2, 3, count of 3, and the Colorado Kid gets the victory over the assassin. Oh, Shane Eden, I don't know if you should have done that, though. Oh, my gosh, could you imagine having the assassin mad at you? And that match is signed for tonight, Shane Eden against the assassin. Let's go to a break. Oh, Shane, I don't know what you're doing.
Saturday, April 4th at the Nashville Fairgrounds Sports Arena, MCW presents the Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Card, a tribute to one of the greatest pioneers in professional wrestling. Help us celebrate the life of Tojo Yamamoto with Nashville's hottest wrestling lineup ever. The Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Card, Saturday, April 4th at the Nashville Fairgrounds Sports Arena.
Tonight in Nashville at the Fairgrounds, the Tojo Yamamoto Memorial. All respects to you, Tojo. I'm coming in that ring for one reason and one reason only. I got the assassin. Well, the assassin, you ain't seen styling in that ring yet. You ain't even faced me yet. When I dance all over that ring, I dance for the people to pump to get it up for me. And I hear you got a little secret weapon, that little bootsy of yours. Heard you got a little something in that. Well, you better load it up or load it out. But either way, I'm going to take that boot off and beat you upside the head with it. So get ready for it. Styling Shane Eaton is coming to town, coming to Nashville. And he's going to rock. And more than rock, he's going to roll all over you. Kiss the baby.
Saturday, April 4th at the Nashville Fairgrounds Sports Arena, MCW presents the Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Card, a tribute to one of the greatest pioneers in professional wrestling. Help us celebrate the life of Tojo Yamamoto with Nashville's hottest wrestling lineup ever. The Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Card, Saturday, April 4th at the Nashville Fairgrounds Sports Arena.
Nashville, Tennessee, I may not look like I'm fired up and ready to go tonight, but if anybody knows me well enough, you know that I am, no matter what. Until my heart stops beating, Wolfie D don't give up, and my heart ain't stopped. Flash Flanagan, tonight, it's the Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Card, and this is the big one. Me and you, Tennessee street fight, and you know that's right up my alley because that rule book is going flying right out the window, and I can't wait to get there tonight because that's just the way I like it, Flash, and you know it. And Mr. Paul Adams, I done told you, if you stick your nose in my business, I'm going to knock your lights out. And as far as last Tuesday went, I've got a broken foot now, I've got a beat-up head, and a lot of bad feelings going on right now. So you guys have made me real mad. See, that's something that you probably don't know, but you don't want to do that to Wolfie D. You don't want to get me any madder than I already am, because just a regular guy, Wolfie D is real nice, and he can still hurt you, but when you get me mad, I'm turning into the werewolf Wolfie D. And tonight, when I come down there, I might freak out, start howling at the moon, start biting on people. You don't know what's going to happen. Broke foot and all. I may be on crutches. I may be in a wheelchair and wheel down to that ring and roll your ass over, and you won't know what hit you, but I'm going to get up and I'm going to tell you what hit you. It was Wolfie D, and you can remind everybody of that tonight in Nashville. Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Card. Don't you forget it, people. You don't want to miss this one because, like I said, it's going to be wild. It's going to be woolly. Then we got the Mega Rumble, Battle Royal, where I get a chance to get my title back. That Flash Flanagan, I don't even know if you're going to be in that because you're not going to make it past that street fight. But when I get in that Mega Rumble, there's going to be 19 other guys, and I'm going to take them out one-footed and one at a time. Everybody, I hope you're ready. Wolfie D's coming hyped and prepared tonight.
Well, I'm sitting out here and I'm trying to keep my composure. I'm trying to keep that tunnel vision for my sake and for Flash Flanagan's sake, because we're coming tonight to get the belt in that Mega Rumble, and we're taking Wolfie D out. Now, once and for all, you know, we've got all these other people around here who their energy levels are up here, and it's simply coming.
This whole program, do you know who I am wrestling yet?
No, I don't, but everybody around here, Princess, you know, I've been watching you, and I know you're all excited about tonight. Everybody's energy level is sky high around here for the Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Card. What, you got something else to say? I'm trying to wrap it up here.
Let me tell you something, Paul. And Bert Prentice and all them low-life fans, you think you're going to do something to double-cross me? It's not going to happen, Bert Prentice, because I guarantee you I will know who it is that you've got for me to wrestle tonight before I get to that fairgrounds. If I have to come knocking on your door and stand at the Metro Airport or wherever, you probably got her a bus ticket in. But I guarantee you I will know who it is before I get to the fairgrounds tonight. Paul, you don't have any inkling who it is?
No, I don't, but yeah, I like the energy level on you too. Everybody else wants to come out here and scream and shout. All I know is you're coming tonight to the Nashville Fairgrounds for Tojo.
I'm coming to fight, Bert Prentice, so you better bring Two-Ton Tony, because I'm going to take care of business, and I don't care if it's you that gets in the ring, because you've got me right where you want me. I am majorly upset at you, Shane Eaton, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take it out on the lady wrestler that you put in the ring with me tonight, because you're giving her her death wish, Bert Prentice.
Tonight in Nashville, Tennessee, it's the Tojo Yamamoto Memorial Card. I can tell you what, after my guys and your guys and yourself get rid of a bunch of these jokers around here tonight in Nashville, next week they're going to need another memorial and a 10-bell salute to guys like Wolfie D and whoever you got to fight tonight in Nashville.